older dudes that understood the times that we was living
They
in.
were in.
So
I agree.
you're talking in the sense of we're in 1962, and you're saying we should get this. We shall. All you should basically say is we shall overcome. But what you're not doing, and this is why the young people don't respect what you're saying, because you're in a time warp. If a young dude walked up to you and asked you right now about some
Hmm.
2026 way of life of a young black man, you can't help him, dog. So this
Wait,
why they
wait, wait,
say
wait, 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 wait. So I want
this
to
way.
deal with that question, right?
Go ahead.
Does that have to deal with my dreams and aspirations or what I could do for them right now? Because for
See,
both of
okay.
those, you're wrong. If you're
No,
saying
hold
I
on. Let me
can't
tell
help
you how you're wrong.
both of them.
First of all, you're being selfish because you said these are your dreams and aspirations. They ain't got nothing to do with the kid who you talking to. All right. You
Of
understand what I'm
course it
saying? So
does.
the only way to help a person is to meet them where they at, and then y'all go where you go. So you can't come in the
No,
door with your own
no,
thing.
that's cap.
No, that's not cap. If a young black male, if you try to talk to him and he out here walking around with them switches and all that, right? First of all, if you don't even understand how to speak in his language, he's not going to pay you no mind. Okay, that's first and foremost. Now, what you can also do is you can take your street credit and flip it on his head to get him not to repeat the process. But you can't be in there talking about Ferguson. You understand what I'm
So
saying?
here's where I disagree with you, right? Because I was one of them little goofies running around like they was talking about earlier, Central Park. I know about wilding, right? One of my reasons for leaving school was because I thought I couldn't pay for it, right? I thought I was going to starve to death, right? And accumulate this debt. And now I hear all the other arguments y'all say about how these degrees mean nothing, right? I don't believe that. I'm not a diploma phobe. I actually believe in education. One, right? Number two, I do believe that if we could make higher education more affordable for black kids, they simply wouldn't be as turned away
Hey,
Hey, you know
as
what?
my
Willie,
Education
experience.
is
Willie,
no
Willie,
Hold
problem.
hold
on,
on,
hold on. I'm gonna
gentlemen,
land
hold
right
on, wait,
here.
wait, hold on, wait, wait,
I'm
hold
gonna
on,
land right here.
wait, she just added
I
in her
just
channel.
don't
Wait,
think,
hold
right?
on, hold on,
Hold
she
on.
added in, hold
Oh, my
on,
fault. That's you,
she
Sal. My
added in
fault.
her
My
channel.
fault,
For
Sal.
all the new people that's coming in, we having a great conversation to build. Please make sure y'all support the show. If y'all want to join the panel, just ask for the link. She'll drop the link. This is a very good discussion. It gets pretty heavy, but ain't nobody holding nobody's hand. So we appreciate y'all. Thank you. Go ahead,
I ain't know that
start the
was you,
segment.
Sal. Pardon me, God.
Oh man,
Pardon me,
listen, don't
God.
worry. Go ahead, finish out your statement.
Yeah, I'm just saying, like, if college, higher learning, right, wasn't viewed as such of a financial detriment to black kids, I believe it wouldn't turn away a portion of our kids. And that's all I need. I could
But
work
hold
with
up,
them.
Willie.
Again,
College is
Well,
a
I'm big.
financial
Hold on.
detriment to
Again,
everyone, though.
I'm big, talented Tim,
Facts.
bro. That's on W.E.B. Du Bois and the Dead Homies. Everybody don't deserve an opinion, right? So I'm just worried about the ones that are the best of us that I could save. And
Hey,
yeah,
this
so
I think it would
conversation,
be.
this
hold
conversation is
on,
sounding real egotistical.
hold on.
Don't
Education is
crash on me,
not.
sis.
I just got to keep. I got to keep it a stack with you. Education not unaffordable. It's whatever your priorities are. So as a
Thank you.
culture, we got to stop prioritizing Balenciaga, Louboutin, Gucci, Fendi, Prada, drop top wigs, double whatever kitted doors kicked out, Lambos, Maseratis, and all this other foolish shit, and start putting education first. Because what a lot of people forget to or fail to realize about the 60s, the 50s, and the 70s, they were pumping education in order to get policies implemented for our community. The civil rights bill passed that required lawyers,
Education.
that required congressmen. People be like, "There's no black people in Congress." Yeah, but
Mhm.
back when racism was at its height and systemic racism was at its height, we had black people in Congress. So the black community has shitted on education. Oh, nah, you a lame. Niggas said niggas go to jail and shit. They be like, oh, he's going to college. College? What college is that? What you gonna do with your
That's a
life
good
after you
ass
come
point.
out of you know what I'm saying? What you
Now,
gonna do with your life after you come out of jail?
now
Nothing.
look, sis, though, here what was
Hold on,
problematic
Willie.
about
Hold
that.
on, Willie. Hold on, Willie. Because after her, it was DC, and after DC is me. Do you got it?
Hey, sis, you cooking, chef sis right now. Look, at the end of the day, it's the same thing, man. What you teach in your house, if we do that 20 million times, we'll be good to go. So every other culture has a system. So a Jewish parent makes sure they embed a certain thing in their head to keep the culture going, to make sure they don't drop the ball and don't fuck the money up. Everybody else does that. When it comes to us, hey, we flying planes at prom. We doing big boy shit, but that's how we taught. So I I'm more mad at parents than I am kids, because kids do what they learn. So some of these parents out here is a little bit dumber than the kids. So we're gonna just keep repeating the process over and over again. But I ain't got no faith in us, man. I hate to say it, man. That's fucked up.
My turn. So, Willie, I like what you're saying and it sound good. But like my wife said, and I'm glad that she said it before I did, and then DC turned around and he said it again. The thing is, college is at a detriment to everybody. But Willie, me and you both know it's the spending habits, it's the mismanagement of money, it's the putting shit in your children's name and not paying that shit off. It's having bad credit. It's actually choosing to participate in nigga shit instead of actually building a foundation that's leaving behind a legacy for your children and making sure that you understand how money works and how it is that you participate in economics and making sure that you got a good stable foundation to actually do something. The biggest problem is we spend way too much time complaining about how expensive everything is instead of coming up with foundational plans to actually be able to pay for the shit. So I mean, I hear what you're saying, but guess what? I'm with you on that. Don't cut us a check, but at the same time, don't come to me with that small shit free because somebody got to pay for it. Ain't shit in America free. You and I both know that. And that's the
Uh,
biggest problem that we have as black people. We always looking at how we gonna spend our next dollar rather than how we gonna make our next dollar to then flip it to another two, to then flip it to four to six to eight to 16. That's all I got. Go ahead.
all right,
Hey,
so
so Willie,
you connected all the arguments, right? But here's the
Three man want to get
primary
in. Hold on.
flaw.
Hold
Here's
on.
the
Three man wants to get in. Three man wants to get in.
no, it was just gonna be something short and quick. But you saying something about you remember Wildin', when you was a younger dude.
Mhm.
Quick question: when you was younger, and old head said something to you, would you actually listen to what the old head said?
Absolutely.
Okay, it's
Hell
different.
no,
These
I
young
didn't.
niggas, you can't say nothing to these young niggas nowadays, bruh. You can't say
Now,
nothing to them. Shit, they won't fucking listen, even if you have the same experience as they did, brother.
so I'm gonna respond to your point in my response to them, right? So we kind of move forward, but the issue I have with what Sis said is education isn't expensive, right? What I'm
Back to
telling y'all is,
education.
hold on. What I'm telling y'all is, I have that vantage point of being on the golf course, right? I'm telling you, education is expensive for crackers that's doing well, right? It is education, the rise in education costs, higher education has been documented, right? It's literally ridiculous, right? So the point I'm making in that is the solution in that is not, well, let me change that. Because I don't think we should be buying the Balenciaga sneakers and all of that. I get that point, right? But that is not what's going to save us. What I'm telling you is education is even expensive for the white people that wear skips. This is a
You repeating
fact.
yourself, dog.
We,
You repeating yourself.
I never said that. Hey, yo, y'all be cheating, bro. Everything I say, y'all say I'm repeating myself. I never said that.
Listen, hold on, Willie. So let's keep it a stack, right? Education is not as expensive as people make it. Now, you may have to
Can I
finagle some
respond after
shit.
you, sis?
Sure. You may have to finagle some things, but education is an investment. Therefore, it's not expensive. Expensive things are things you don't get any return on.
Mm,
We
mm,
know.
mm.
I'm telling you, that's 100% wrong. Even if I
Mm.
just stay with where you at in terms of investments, right?
Hmm.
Investments get too expensive. If you look at a company
Wait a
like
minute.
Apple, If you want to know why Apple continuously splits its stock, so the stock went up to $400, we doing a 4-to-1 split. So now every share is worth $100. It's to attract more money because the stock got too expensive, right? So even
Hey
in
Willie,
invest,
I don't think you
come
listened to hear
on,
what she said. I think
man.
you just listened to respond. Because what she
Yo,
just
bro,
said it, you
I
know.
broke it down
I
with a
don't think you.
specific example.
Nah, but it
Like y'all
was
keep
like
cutting me off, I can't
you
make a
got
point.
out of the car though. You got out of the car. We was in the car. I'm trying to get you to get
Hey,
back
yo,
in the
sis,
car.
did you understand my example?
I did understand your example, but I disagree with
Thank
your
you.
premise.
I
Right?
got you. I got
Here's
you.
the Apple splitting its stock is not because it's too expensive. Apple is splitting its stock to get more people accessibility to the potential for wealth. Now, is that the best investment for your money at this time? No. But Apple is not the first company that started it. For those of us that are dealing with crypto and Bitcoin market, what's up, Riggs? You know that you've been able to buy stashes. You could buy stashes on Cash App.
But wait, don't go too far, right? If you're saying that the reason that they split the stock is to make it more attractive to other people, why? Because you make the stock cheaper because it's gotten too expensive even for investors.
No, that's not why.
That's
That's
not
not
why.
why. And the stock is not cheaper. What you're doing is you're increasing accessibility to a wider audience, but you're not changing the value of your stock at all.
You
Because if
absolutely
somebody,
are.
no, you're
Mm.
When
not.
you hold on.
Hey
Yesterday
Willie, can
was
you
the
ever be
25th or
wrong?
whatever, right?
Are we ever gonna
Stock's
hear you
trading
say you
stock
wrong?
is trading at four hundred
No, he
dollars
never gonna say
yesterday.
he's wrong.
Hold on. Stock was
What
trading
up,
at four
Riggs?
hundred dollars yesterday, right? They do a 4-to-1 split. Now, every one of those $400 shares is now broken up into 4 shares at $100 a piece. The reason for splitting a stock is literally to make it cheaper. And you want to know why they make it cheaper a lot of times? Because what follows that is a stock buyback, where now the company can own more. They can pull stock out of the market. But
So
it absolutely changes the stock price.
No, it
okay, bet.
Absolutely.
doesn't.
Hold on, because we're not going. Yeah, we're gonna keep it cute. We're gonna keep it cute because I got a headache already, and I will leave y'all. But if the stock is split into four pieces, right, and
Yep.
each portion of the stock is $100, and I
Yep.
buy 4 pieces of stock, right, I still have the full stock price if I sell it. Now, if I sell a portion of my stock, then I'm going to get a portion of the price. It's still a 1-to-1 ratio. This is actually to expand the consumer base because what they want to do is get people that have a lower income profile
Yes.
invested into stocks, which is why everybody has to be really careful with these bitcoins and these cryptocurrencies, because what a lot of these cryptocurrencies are doing is they're finding influencers, they're giving them an as of stock ahead of time, they're getting them to influence you to buy pennies on the dollar. Then once
Mhm.
they have sold enough that their massive onboarding of stock is worth money, they pull out and they sell. Now you're left holding the bag. That is when someone in finance is playing in your face and it's a bad investment. But when
All
it's
right.
long-standing companies like Apple, like
Tesla.
Google, Tesla, things of that nature, what they want to do is they want to get more consumer loyalty, right? Because if a consumer buys a portion of the stock, they now their customer avatar is going to have a lifelong tie into that company. So they're going
All
to
right.
have a personal attachment. They're going to buy more of the product. Like people that buy those quarter shares of Apple, what do? Oh, this is my company now. I have a piece of the company. So now I need an Apple Watch. Now I need an iPad. Now I need a Mac Pro. Now I need a Mac laptop, a MacBook Pro. Now I need the iPhone 12,073. I need all of that because I'm investing into myself because I own a portion of that company. And I'm not trying to shit on you, but please understand I'm on the president's list at my college and I am going to school for business. I'm
Let me give
telling
Got
you.
you,
you.
Let me
you
give. Hold on,
Now
Willie.
let me
Willie, hold
respond
on,
to
hold
I'm
that.
on, Willie,
telling you.
Willie, Willie, hold up. Let me give you a breakdown, right? So I'm gonna give you a quick breakdown. Let's say you got a. Let's say you got a. Let's say you own
Hold
the
on, real
company,
quick,
right?
Sal. Treat
Huh?
me like I had my 7. Go ahead.
Treat you like. Okay, cool. So let's say you got it. Let's say you got a company, right? and you like, fuck it, we need to attract more buyers in our stock, right? We need to liquidate these bitches, so we're gonna split them. If you got a stock that's for 500, let's say you got 5,000, right, in stock, and you want to split them by 10, how much is that per stock?
You ain't gotta break it down for me, but 5 stocks at $1,000 a share, you breaking it down by 10, you got 500 stock.
Okay, and that stock is total how much? It's still worth 5,000, right?
Yes.
So whether you break it down 5 to 1, you break it down 10 to 1, however it is you want to break it down. But for this example, I'm using 5 to 1. You'll own those 50 shares, but guess how much they'll be worth? Still
Same amount.
5,000. They're right. So the price don't change. This is what companies do when they're just trying to attract people, right?
When you said the price don't change. Let me explain that real quick.
doesn't.
Wait.
Let me
The price
explain
does
that
not
real
change.
quick. Hold on. Let me explain that real quick. Right? I understand.
Bro, it's just like breaking down the brick. Come on, man.
Listen. I understand the premise you're trying to make. Listen, I understand the premise you're trying to make. If you own the stock, it doesn't change for you, right? But here's the absolute fact. If the stock split yesterday, one stock yesterday would have cost me $400. Now today, because of a 4-to-1 split, one share cost me $100. Now, if I'm not already invested, that's made the price lower for me to get involved, right?
Yes,
I'm just
you're
dealing.
repeating what I'm saying.
But wait. I just want to deal with certain specifics that can't be questioned. When a stock splits, right? $400 one stock, it's now broken down to 4 shares for $100. The price absolutely changes. We agree, right? We agree?
It
No.
splits, but it does not change. If
The
I sell you a key, if I sell you a key for 10, how much is that key?
If I'm cooking,
if you
no,
cooking,
I don't even want to go there, bro. Like
no, we going there for just a second because we using coded language, so YouTube is stupid, right? If I sell you a key, all right, cool. You cooking? How much you selling it for?
I was in Baltimore, so you know what I mean. I might want 18 a zip.
Okay,
You know
cool.
I mean?
So how much you looking to make back off that whole key?
What's
You can make
18
it
times?
easily. You can make it easily.
28.
Oh, okay, cool. So now I'm gonna take your stock.
18.
I'm gonna take your stock. Your stock is gonna break. If your stock is 400, we're gonna do a 4 to 1. So that's 100 up to 4, right? It goes in today. I split it today. So you bought 4 of them. That's $100. That's $400. But tomorrow the stock may go up or it may go down. But let's just say that we're in a bull market. That bitch goes up. Did you just make money?
Yes. But
So
that's not the argument.
Off of a $400 investment, off of a $400 investment.
Sal, I can't let you get pseudo, bro.
I'm not getting pseudo, bro. I'm just telling you how it is. I don't know. People look at stocks like this is hard to understand. It's easy to understand. The price does not change. It's split. Your total overall is still 400.
Come on now, it's basic mathematics. Let's stop it. Listen,
we're not even stepping on it. I can see if the stock was stepped on, then it's a different story.
Even if the only way that it becomes a liability or a potential negative impact on the market is if they do like a 1 to 10 split or a 10 to 1 split, right? When they start getting into astronomical numbers like that, that's when you start to see a little bit of issue with liquidity within a company. But at the end of the day, like this is just simply a tool used by a company that has a good reputation to not really left. Dang.
His microphone is messing up.
Man, hey, can I go back to something that my man said about talking to the youngins, man?
Sure.
He said you can't talk to the youngins. So look, I think we can't talk. Don't nobody know their language and don't nobody know where they come from. I just think a lot of old heads ain't gonna like me saying this. A lot of old dudes a little jealous of them youngins because that lifestyle and that selection of chicks that you got in between 20 and 30 now. Oh my goodness, man, I wish I had 'em. I'm telling you, I be hating sometimes, all right? But I think it's a lot of jealousy going on out here or with old dudes and young dudes. So even if a lot of dudes could teach a young dude, they wouldn't do it because they be hating them on them so much. Yes, I just had to add that to it. That's why everybody always think that young people is doing this and doing that, but you was doing the same thing. That's what be tripping me out. If you was out here living reckless, like I can't say nothing about a young dude because I was off the chain, but
Yeah.
I didn't get it until late. You know what I'm saying? But what I can't do is be out here talking about these youngins all the time and cold disrespecting them when I don't even know where they coming from. You know what I'm
All right,
saying?
chill, DC. Let's get back to the stock, right? Because I don't know what
Oh
I
no,
missed,
no,
but I'm
I ain't
still
touching
No,
that.
no,
accurate.
we
You hear that?
the stock conversation's over. Now we talking about the young niggas and the old niggas.
Hey
No,
man,
no, no,
I
no,
think.
no, no, no. Hold on, we gonna
Oh,
get back to
Thank you,
that, but
sis.
No,
Let's go,
man.
oh,
sis.
But
that's
you
because
give
I'm
me a
petty.
key, I'm making 100 minimum.
I'm
Just send
telling
me to
you,
a music
right?
festival.
Let's say,
Send me
let's
to a music
say,
festival.
let's say
He said, "Send it to
cellulite
me."
stock. Let's say
Mhm.
No,
cellulite
no,
stock is
Willie.
trading
Shh.
for
Hold on.
400.
Hold on.
Yes, sis.
I'm gonna take you through there. I'm gonna take you through there. Take you through there. So this is a schematic, a framework for what a company looks at when they are breaking down, okay, and splitting stock shares.
What
The
up, Mark?
aspect is the share price. Is when the share price is split, the typical effect is it decreases
That's what I've been
proportionally.
saying.
And wait, but it makes the stock more affordable for retail investors, as I told you. The
Correct.
number of share increases, more shares available to trade. Trading volume often increases, especially raw shares, more participants, especially smaller retail traders.
Correct.
But it doesn't change the value.
Y'all weren't saying that. And that's wrong.
It
It's
doesn't change the
one,
value at
hold
all.
on, hold on. One share of Apple, right, or cellulite stock, right, trading at $400 a share yesterday. If they do a stock split, four-way stock split, that share today is for $100 if I buy it today. That's an absolute decrease in the price. They do that to attract more investors. Not only that, the real sneaky reason they do it is to buy back stock a little bit cheaper, right? Because you got to understand, the company owns a certain amount of stock, and then there's a portion that's publicly traded, right? So the overall goal a lot of times be the buyback, right? I could buy back some of this company stock a little bit cheaper. That'll push up other things, EBITDA, interest before tax, whatever. All those numbers, they go up. The less shares you have in the market, right? So splitting stock isn't always even considered a good thing unless the stock's been on a run.
Oh my God.
But
I can't
but I'm
believe he just did
saying,
that.
but wait. I'm saying though, if the price was 400 yesterday and they announce a four-way split, tomorrow when we wake up, it's gonna be $100 a share. That is absolutely a decrease in the price. Price is not the same. Yesterday's price,
Ain't today's price. Also, DC, I had to mute you because you have background noise coming in. So you wanna say something? Just come off mute.
Yeah, you was bringing like a fat dude over there, bro.
hey man, no, I'm over
Okay.
here. I'm over here doing that legalization. My bad, fellas. Hey, look, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna go ahead and tap out of here, man. I just want to tell you, Shell, man, I watch your show all the time, man. Really appreciate you letting me come up. Shout out to everybody on here, man. Good looking out. And I got one last question for Willie. Hey, Willie, do you have a degree?
I got a degree from the School of Hard Knocks, bro.
Okay,
This
I just wanted to
Shut
make sure. All right. Hey
Ooh.
man. Hey, Sel, don't forget what I told you, man. You are a representative, son.
I
You are
appreciate you.
responsible for everybody listening to your show, homie. Stay up, keep doing what you're doing, and see y'all. See you later, young lady. Have a good one, and
Family.
fellas, y'all
You,
stay up.
Hey, DC,
you
enjoy that
too.
Whoopi Goldberg Bubba Kush, bruh.
Yeah, nah, I'm over here smoking on this. It's called Ice Cream Banger.
Nice.
Yeah,
Hell yeah.
Oh,
yeah,
Hell
yeah,
yeah.
yeah,
and
yeah. Y'all stay out the way, man. And
y'all
look,
take it
don't forget
easy.
what I told y'all, man. Don't be dumb niggas with smartphones, man. All right,
Facts.
Amen.
don't be dumb niggas with
I like
smartphones.
that.
Peace out. All right.
Facts.
Peace.
Take it
yo,
easy, OG.
yo,
I'm gonna run with
Sal,
that.
Hey,
yo,
Primal. Now I'm about to let you know something real quick because you ain't finna slide.
Oh Lord.
yo,
Now, this
Sal, I
is
swear
from
I thought that was me breathing, bro. I was
No,
like,
that
yo,
wasn't
you.
you breathing, dog. I
I
seen that. I
thought that
seen
was me.
the
I was like, damn, nigga, I gotta go doctor. I'm breathing hard as hell over here.
I
focus.
thought that was nightish.
I'm like,
I thought that
damn,
was
nigga, I know
nightish.
I'm big, but ain't that? I thought,
All right,
Y'all need y'all
let's
ass
get to the
whooped.
slide.
Okay, so this is from Taylor and Francis Online, the Journal of Business and Economic Statistics. Shout out to the statistics. Statistics. Okay. Now, we next discuss our empirical results. Our results broadly support findings in Copeland 1979 using a more recent sample of the constituents of the S&P 500, 400, and 600. Okay, so the change in the long-term trend of illiquidity is predominantly positive, implying that liquidity conditions deteriorate in the long run after stock splits. We show that our main results are robust use of the alternative liquidity measures and exception arises with the measure based on the quoted bid-ask spread implied by the model proposed in Lee and Yee. We further elaborate on the potential drivers of these differences in the main text. It's a positive outcome. Wall Street, Willie.
Yeah. No, I never, that was making my argument. I never disagreed that the outcome can be positive. But they said a degenerative effect on what? Stock prices? Read that sentence again. I'm
I read
only
it the first
arguing the
time.
fact that the stock price doesn't change. That's false.
No,
Right?
you
If
said
you yes,
the
the
value
value.
doesn't change. The price changes, of course, because it's broke down into bite-sized pieces, but it's spread over a larger audience. So therefore,
All
you
right.
have an increase in sales.
All right, so look, so let's look at it when it goes the other way, right? Because they have stock where they contracted, right? So now in this scenario we've been doing, one stock would be 0.25 stock in the morning, right? Because
Are you
they
talking
can
about
do it the other
pre-split?
way.
You talking about pre-split?
No, not no pre-split. I'm saying it's a split, and then there's another term for when they do it literally in the opposite direction. So now
It's
that
called the
one
reverse
share
split
reverse split. Thank you. I don't know why I couldn't think of that. So with a
because you
reverse
be up here
split,
bullshitting.
chill, sis.
It's three-man fault.
but with a reverse
oh, what
split
that I do? I
now,
wasn't paying attention.
look, with a reverse split though now,
No, I'm just talking
your
shit.
$100 share that you own, now that share is worth $25. It absolutely changes the value of the individual share. Long term and all that. Nah, I didn't disagree with none of that. Everything you read in that last scholarly article you read, I agree with 100%. But I'm just disagreeing that it doesn't fundamentally change the price of the stock. That's something we got to accept to be able to deal with the fundamentals. You know what I mean? To know where to go from here. That's the only reason I'm standing on it so hard because in order to understand the long term game, you got to
Yes,
understand how that price flow.
right. But the reverse splits are the ones that are having a negative impact and hurt liquidity. The
That's not
forward
true.
split, it is true.
No, less stock in the market is a benefit,
You ain't even
right?
let her
Because
finish the statement.
I get it.
Forward stock splits are positive for liquidity for retail investors, especially because they make the stocks more accessible and tradable. Okay. The main benefit is broader investor participation rather than dramatic change in professional trading costs. This is why the reverse splits have a negative effect because they're often done by struggling companies to raise the share price. So someone, if they do in a reverse split, is because they're raising the price of the stock. A forward split is to make it more accessible. I think what's happening is you're confusing the two different types, and that's why we are having this bumping of the heads.
Nah, I do this. Like, I could break down for you
No,
the benefits in
unique
a.
from the chat. Unique from the chat says she about to come up here and split your head open. She said the price of the full stock is still 400. They're just offering fractions of the full stock in case you can't afford the full thing.
But
This
that's
is
incorrect
ridiculous. She about to come up here and cuss you out. You better tell you better be careful with your
because I'm
sister.
saying with a split, each one stock becomes an individual stock on its own for a cheaper
But
price.
But it
it's
does
still
it.
God damn, this nigga is so smart he dumb.
But it
How
does
are
it.
you
So
not hearing what we saying?
we're gonna take it back to the
Because y'all are
stashes.
wrong.
We're gonna take it
Y'all are
back to
not
the
explaining. Wait. Y'all are not explaining this simple premise. Like, again, I'm coming on the rudimentary factual level. If a company splits a stock, one stock was worth 400. If it's a two-way split, one stock becomes two stock at 200 apiece. If it's a four-way split, one stock becomes four stock at 100 apiece. If it's an eight-way split, one stock becomes eight stock that are $50 apiece. That that's fundamentals.
oh
I'm
my god.
always willing to die on that.
Okay, so let's talk about the stashes, right? You know what a stashi is, right?
But wait, I'm saying, do you agree with what I just said?
Absolutely
No.
not. Do you know what a stashi is?
No.
A stashi is a split stock of Bitcoin. Open your Cash App, slide down to the Bitcoin part. You can literally buy 50 cents worth of Bitcoin. You're not buying a whole stock. You're buying a stashi. And it does not affect the price of Bitcoin as a whole.
All right, watch this. Right. I'm gonna give the crowd a date, right? Give me 1 second to get the date. And I just want the people to literally look at what I'm saying. So it's funny, it was 4-1. Last time Apple split its shares was on August 31st. Now, what I want the crowd to do is look at the price of the share, one share on August 30th, and then look at the price of one share, right, on September 1st. Tell me the price didn't change.
You said Apple?
I'll wait.
So, what you're actually doing is you're conflating things, right? Oh, Lord Jesus Christ.
No, I'm
You're conflating.
simplifying things.
You're not, because, well, maybe it's more simplified for you, right?
Yeah.
But the reality is the fluctuation in the stock market compared to or for Apple does not just hang or is not impingent upon them splitting the stocks. There are macroeconomical effects that affect the rate of trade for Apple, as well as microeconomic effects. The microeconomics of splitting the stock is what actually stopped them from plummeting deeper.
Yeah, but all of that is adding to a very rudimentary conversation. The rudimentary conversation is when Apple splits the stock before inflation or any of the other things, million things we could bring into it, right? If they do a 4-1 split, one stock is now worth four stock at $100 instead of $400. That's a fact. Ain't no way around that.
You
Y'all
got
gotta
it.
just die on that. Yeah,
No, we're
thank
not
you.
dying on
I have
it.
a question.
I'm not dying on it, but I'm not going to argue with you. Go ahead, Genesis.
So, are we talking about day trading or holding and keeping a stock for a
Uh-oh.
period of time?
We're not even talking
Because
about
it
trade.
sounds to me like day trading, what we're talking about, is really glorified gambling.
No, we're
I
talking
mean, what's
about
the difference
corporate
between
action.
like crypto and all this stuff? It sounds like it's glorified gambling.
Nah,
That's why you have a
DJ,
new.
DJ, we're talking about when you talk about a stock split, it's called the corporate action. Google it, like LeVar Burton used to say. Don't take my word for it, right? Google it for yourself. A stock split is a corporate action. So we're not even talking about trading at all, right? We're just talking about the fundamentals of a stock split. If it's a reverse split, Every share is worth $100. If it's a 2-for-1 reverse split in the morning, every share is worth $200, right? If it's a 4-to-1, every share is worth $400. That's just the base level understanding of it. Now, whether it's beneficial or negative to the company's stock, I agree with sis. It all has to do with where the company is and how the balance sheet is looking. Yeah, sometimes people do reverse splits to make their stock price look better. I'm not disagreeing with that. I'm just saying the
But
fundamentals
don't
are
you
this.
aren't you guys aware of like the further you are away from New York where the stock exchange is at? Well, they're gonna have a new one in Dallas coming up soon. That even like being able to pull out, you're talking about day trading, right? Or are you talking about actual just
No,
hold,
we're just
buy
talking
and
about
hold?
no, we're just
Corporate
talking about the
action.
over. Yeah, we're talking about the overall price of the stock. Coach Ferg says when a company splits its stock, it increases the number of outstanding shares, and
Shares, correct.
proportionality reduces the price per share, meaning the overall total value of the investment remains the same. That's what we have been telling you this whole entire time, Willie.
But here's the thing though, right? That still doesn't speak to the fundamentals. Yes, if you own the stock, your amount doesn't change. I never disagree with that. I am saying in the morning when I was looking at Apple, it was $400 yesterday. Now it's $100 to get involved. That's all I'm saying.
No one's arguing.
But it being $100 to get involved doesn't mean that it's worth less. It just means you have more opportunities. Take, for instance,
I
silver.
agree.
At one point, silver. Oh, okay. Okay, John says at one point silver was really cheap. Silver is on the
She said,
rise.
"This out of my field."
Yeah,
Child,
that's literally why they do it. Like companies like Amazon, companies like Apple, they get to the point where they looking at $600 a share, right? Now the truth is, somebody like me on the street trying to sell it, it's easier to sell somebody what, uh, 2,000 shares or something rather than 1,000. So when they decrease the price, right, it looks more attractive. And what they do on the backside, now you have company stock buybacks. You Google that term, it's called a stock buyback. Now the company can take shares off the market cheaper. That's how I go.
Unique says, if you own the full stock, no amount of splitting will affect the value of it. It remains the
Agreed.
same, just that you
Agreed.
can sell it at smaller fractions. It's almost like a pizza, right? Which Detroit pizza is the best pizza?
no, it's not.
Cap. Cap.
Y'all got me
NYC
over here
to
buying more.
Louisiana.
Talk about it, sis.
Shit, y'all got me over here buying some more XRP and some Horizon stock.
That's what you're
Appreciate y'all for
supposed
the
to do.
motivation.
Hey,
Oh
Yes.
shit. What happened to Genesis? She dropped out? Damn, I was
Yeah.
gonna ask her what's her
Genesis.
channel.
Cause
Oh,
look, you know
DJ
what?
Genesis of Detroit. I put it in the back chat for you.
Look, sis, you
Oh,
know what used to be
appreciate it.
my pitch? My pitch used to be, one of the most profitable times to own a company is before a major stock split. Why? Because it goes to $100 now, a whole bunch of people jump in, and it jumps up to 120, right? It wouldn't have moved like that at 400. But at 100, now everybody can put money in and the stock jumps.
So, do you think that you were being a little bit disingenuous with your pitch?
No, that's
Why
the
not?
truth.
Mm.
That's the truth. Like
So this.
you could look at Apple shares and see I'm not lying. That's what I would tell them. Like when I'm pitching, I'm gonna tell you, yo, Google this. Yeah, get in front of your computer. APPL, right? And I'm gonna show you that on August 31st, when the stock split, a month later, how much was the stock? And so now to y'all point, if I get you to buy it before the split, because that's how I would pitch it.
Mm-hmm.
The most beneficial time is before the split. So you owned it at 400, it split. So now you got 4 shares for every 1 share at $100 a piece. True. But now the price runs up to 135 because all the goofies that couldn't afford it at 400, now they got a shot. Now they could do a parlay. You get what
No,
I'm saying?
I mean, I hear you, but I just simply don't agree. But I mean, this is your business, so this is how you're gonna sell it. But let's look at,
Now I'm retired now. Like they got rid of my 7.
but this is
Oh, now
Hartford.
he over there mad.
I don't know who that is, but we don't want to talk about it. Message me. So when we're looking 10 things that you should know about stock splits from Hartford Funds Practice. Okay. What are stock splits? Stock splits happen when a company increases its outstanding shares to make the stock more affordable to investors. So that's the forward split, 10 for 1. Benefits of forward splits. Companies tend to implement forward stock splits when the outlook for continued growth and profitability is the strongest. Making it easier for investors to buy shares at a lower share price also helps companies broaden their base of ownership, right?
So that's what I was saying, right?
No, you were saying it was worth less. But
I never, come on,
You
sis.
did.
I never said worthless. That's literally what I said. It makes the stock more affordable.
I said worth less, not worth less.
Worth less. Worth
Okay.
less. 2 words, not
Mhm.
1 word.
Stock
Listen to
splits
me.
have no
I
tangible
ain't fighting both
impact.
of y'all.
I know, because you can't. Stock splits, just give me this back. Stock splits have no tangible impact on a company's total value. They simply create more shares at an affordable price. Nor does a split change the total value of an investor's portfolio holding per se. For companies, stock splits can be an expensive process requiring lots of legal oversight and adherence to regulatory rules. Okay, you could even do a split on a mutual fund. Do stock splits benefit investors? It's nice to own more shares, but after a split, since the reduced per share price might mean there's room for greater potential price growth. But investors shouldn't buy a stock simply because they hope it'll rise in price after a split. Over the long term, a company's value is determined by its earnings, not its stock price. So, quite literally, you have the opportunity to gain more of a company at a lower price point, but it's not changing the value of their stock price. Their earnings do. Okay. And here is a recent chart of the different splits and how it was good and how it wasn't good. So don't listen to Wall Street Willie.
Please don't use the
Okay.
throat.
First off, this is not financial advice. Please go speak to a
Yeah, go do it.
professional.
That's right. That's right. It's not this is not financial advice. I'm
You ain't
broke,
gonna set me up,
baby.
sis.
Right. I'm broke, baby. I don't got no money. So I definitely don't know what I'm talking about.
You know what? You know what I like though? I really do like the fact that we can go back and forth and disagree, but it's still knowledge. You see what I'm saying?
Mhm.
And it's easily researchable, right? The thing about stocks, and I hate to use this word, but it's just the truth. It was an old white man that taught me about stocks.
Oh, excuse me.
Yes, baby.
I have a cash app I need to say thank you for. Thank you for the cash app. I appreciate you. I'm gonna give you the no merc.
Egg noodles, no packet. Cereal with the canned milk, the powder milk, no milk. Waffles, no syrup. Jelly, no jelly. Nothing. Oatmeal, no sugar. Oatmeal, no sugar. Nothing. I ate cereal with the canned milk, the powder milk, no milk. Ate cereal with the canned milk, the powder milk, no milk.
Thank you. I'm sorry. Go ahead. Stop with the white
God,
man.
that's how I grew up.
QMV, what up, though?
No merc.
Hey, listen, some people don't understand. It was them hard times, man. You ain't never had hot water corn. If you ain't never had a sugar sandwich, please don't talk to me. I swear to God. People don't understand. Noodles with no seasoning? Shit. Cereal with
Damn.
water?
Nah, yeah,
Baby,
sugar
focus.
sandwich
I done
is crazy.
distracted you. I'm not playing with y'all. Focus, focus,
Listen.
focus.
But no,
White man, it's not.
Watered down cereal.
Hey,
I
yo,
swear,
no, I
hey,
wasn't
bro.
gonna co
Hey,
sign
bro.
that.
Hey, if you ain't never had no Vitamin King, my nigga, Like for
Now I know
reals.
about the vitamin king.
You
Oh,
I'm
just
vouching
gave
for
me
okay.
that.
flashback, boy. I'm
I ain't never
traumatized
ate no
now,
Listen,
sugar
nigga.
sandwich. Like you
bruh.
wild, bro.
Nigga, if you ever had to take some Slim Jims and cut them bitches up and put them in the noodles just to have some salt, shit, man, you don't know what you're talking about. But nah, man, for real, I like having conversations like this. And again, I'm not apologizing for any way that y'all see me behave on anybody else's panels because I be trying to just have the conversation, and then Mont be like, "Oh, you gaslighting me." And then Beans be like, he want to call people on the phone and shit like that. I like to push the conversation. Even in back and forths like this, where Willie is irritating the hell out of me, and I get what he's saying. We just don't agree on the end product. But the thing is, though, it's good to have conversations about things like this because a lot of people are like, oh, yeah, I know exactly what I'm talking about. Then they don't know nothing. Next thing you know, they be like, racism is indoctrination, not the system. It's just like, fuck.
I just like watching you, I just like watching you and Angry Man crash out. That should be funny as fuck.
I be trying not to, bro. I swear I be trying not to. What up, Brian? I be trying not to, but like some people, and this is what I'm noticing, right? Some people like to take it there because they think you can't exist within the conversation afterwards, right? Just because I cuss you the fuck out, don't mean that I can't exist in the conversation afterwards. I can still exist, but let's not go there if we ain't got to. You see what I'm saying?
I don't see that smoke on the liberal side, but I'm gonna leave that alone.
I always see that smoke on the liberal side. You seen what I said to Sharon today?
Man, fucking
Sharon
liberals,
tried it. I just had
y'all
to
are
remind him, nigga.
habitual. Y'all fucking liberals are habitual line stuffers. Like,
Badly.
like
I don't think
Yeah, they are. They are.
I don't see how y'all don't see the disrespect like some of
They.
you motherfuckers be saying.
They.
Huh?
They.
Yeah.
What was you
They
about
are.
to say, baby?
I'm an independent.
no, I was just putting me on the side
Man,
so the chat could be over my box so your guests could be
oh,
seen.
Yes. But no,
you were
like,
independent.
yeah, he independent. But no, like the nonstop gaslighting, the perpetuating, the perpetually poking the bear because people just want a reaction out of you. So most of the times I won't react. Like the night when we were supposed to have when we was originally supposed to have a conversation 3 days ago about is Trump a racist, I will enter that conversation with my mind open. I had my whole debate mindset ready. But then niggas want to be niggas. And it's just like, bruh, I can't do the shit. And then a nigga Mount was like, oh, you just want to push the conversation forward. Why should we have a conversation about a definition for 3 hours, bro? You know how many panels I watch where the shit can the shit can literally go. You can do 3 conversations in 2 hours. We'd be stuck on a definition for 4 hours.
Listen,
Only reason why Trump is racist now is because some white man told y'all he's racist. That's basically
this
what it is.
No, Trump is only racist now because it benefits him.
no,
That's the
this is
only
what it
reason.
really is. They don't understand that Biden was the most racist, and his congressional record speaks loudly to how racist that he is. And they were over there sucking on Biden's Johnson and want him to be the best thing since sliced bread. Meanwhile, this is the person that helped pen the law that caused a sharp increase in incarcerations in the African American community
Come on
after
now.
1994.
Then
But here's the
also
question, though.
on leak audio tapes, Joe Biden talking to the NCAACP saying that y'all are irrelevant. Why should I give y'all anything? Y'all are irrelevant.
Calling people niggas and all of that.
So here's the question, though. At what point does it not become about a single candidate writing about the party and the
Because
policies the party pushes?
easy. I can tell you when it does not become about a single candidate. When liberals and niggas stop trying to make it about one candidate and they just be willing and open to have a conversation. I appreciate Venus coming up there. I ain't no smoke with her. But you can't open up a conversation saying what about, and then we answer everything that you bring. Taz, Venus, whoever else, Harwin, y'all open up with what about, so then we answer that, but then we give you the what about not. Why we got to talk about this person? Why we got to talk about that? Because you opened up with the what abouts. It don't have to be about one candidate. I can sit up here and say that when it comes down to every politician, they are not to be trusted. But when it comes down to what's best for us as a country, as a people, we have to go with the one that's doing the best for us. I just listened to the Tulsi Gabbard interview with Sean Ryan yesterday since she didn't resign from being the what the fuck was her job?
DHS.
The DNI, the director of
No,
national intelligence. And she was literally like sitting there telling
oh yeah,
Sean's
DNI.
like,
Why
you
did I
need
say
to
DHS?
you need to understand this is how they was working during the Biden administration, and this is documented. She's seen the records during the Biden administration. There were lobbyists, and we already know this though, but still, they was pretty much telling like AOC and the rest of them, the message is gay, and if you're not willing to be with us about gay, then you can't be with us, and we will oust you. You see what I'm saying?
Like the
Yeah, that's a fact.
sanctions they were
But
trying to put on Africa because of the anti-African laws
Yes.
that they, yeah, like who was it? Was it Uganda or Nigeria? One
I can't remember
one of
which
those
one it
countries.
was.
But for me, what is racist is that I'm 37 years old. I'll be 38 this year. What's racist to me is the same shit black folks been complaining about since I was a child. Y'all are still complaining about it to this day.
how's that
But
racist?
the party that you've been voting for blindly for the past 30 years hasn't done nothing. They haven't even done a damn thing for you guys, but you still going to vote Democrat. And so that's the reason
I,
why I don't have faith in black folks changing
right,
their vote.
right. Now let me answer that. Right. So the three of us, we black men. Shout out to my sister who with us too. Right. One of the things that I think the Democrats pushed that benefited me was body cams. It's a fact that the Republican Party was pushing for police. Uh, it wasn't anonymity. It's some term I can't. I've been sipping. Right, but they
Immunity.
were the immunity. Thank you. Right, the Democrats were pushing for body cams. Right, I know for a fact. Right, that the body cams have saved a lot of black men. You get what I'm saying? I feel safer in a world where when police wanted to dirty you, right, because they could never find your pack. Now they can't do that as easy because of body cams, right?
Strong argument that you should be making
I
right
actually
now.
I feel you on that one. I feel you on that
All right,
one, Willie. But they also on top of the body cams, they was also
but wait,
pushing a police state.
that's true. But wait, I'm gonna respond to that as well. So when when the fruities are brought up as they always are, right? Here's my only retort to the black conservative about that.
Here we go.
Yeah, yeah, we got Shamar and and who else? Oh, the Funky Donivas and all these weirdos over here, right? But guess who y'all got over there? You know who y'all got over there? You know who really rock with them conservative Republicans, those Christian nationalists, the AB, Aryan Brotherhood, and all of that, right? Like, I'm safer in the joint with a do funny over there who ain't gonna do nothing to me than I am with an AB that wanna stab me up. That
You
makes sense?
not. You not. Where do y'all get this idea that you safe in the joint? What are you talking about?
No, I'm saying
I have no idea
the
what you're talking
Republican
about, Willie.
Party is composed of white nationalists. I don't know how you get
Bruh.
So
around that.
is the Democratic
So is the Democrat.
Party.
What are
Wait,
you
wait, wait,
talking
wait, wait, wait,
about?
wait, 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 wait. No. The
Well, you
Democratic
about to start an
Party,
argument, bro.
the
I don't want to
Democratic
argue with
Party is
you.
composed of fruities. That
No,
that
they
was the
not. They
argument.
composed of niggas and
Um,
fruities. Oh my god.
do you
Right.
You
not
know what?
know
So
Like
that?
say if I agree with you on that one, right? Every single time I have disagreed with one of these white liberals, the N word has always popped up. But every single time I have disagreed with a white conservative, they try to meet me on the middle ground. I have never been disrespected as much as has been disrespected by a white liberal.
Right. And
So
this
when
is the
I'm
thing.
calling
Sorry,
Cap.
I didn't mean to cut you off, 3 minutes. Let me just get
you
this real
you could
quick because
call
I'm
it cap, but you could call it cap, but I have
They
videos
out here
on TikTok
disrespecting you by
that I
waving the
have.
Confederate flag. They out here
Hold
disrespecting you
on,
by
hold on, hold
fighting
on.
for
I
Wait.
don't.
Hold on, Willie. Willie, hold up.
I don't
Let him
care if
finish
they
because then
waver.
Raw was next.
I don't care if they waver a Confederate flag. Only thing that tells me is you are a fucking loser, because the Confederates, the Confederacy only lasted what 6 years. and you're still waving a losing flag. Okay, cool. Bravo. Ain't gonna affect me.
So
That
this
Why
is
Georgia
should
the
I?
party.
thing.
hmm
This is the thing. What a lot of people don't know is the Democratic Party funded the KKK. They started the KKK. So
Everybody knows that by now.
do they?
But there was a party switch. Strom Thurmond. When Strom
No.
I
Thurmond
can't
goes
believe it.
over to the when Strom Thurmond goes to
Cuss
the
this thing out.
Republican
What are you
Party,
talking about?
I'm just gonna
But
say
Strong
this.
Thurmond, at the end of his
Hold on,
career,
wait,
he
stop,
did
stop,
push
stop.
for
Wait, hold on, wait,
multiracial.
stop, because she was in the middle of saying something. I apologize, baby. Go ahead, baby.
So the Democrats started the KKK, the Republicans started the Aryan Brotherhood. Like, let's just keep it a stat. So when we take both those things into consideration, neither party is for us. The Republicans did some shiesty, shady shit. The Democrats have done some shiesty, shady shit to black people. Stop saying there's a party switch. There never was a party switch. There never was a party switch. Most people that
And-
say that don't truly have a full understanding of the history of these contiguous United States of America and how parties were developed and what the party lines actually were.
I got you. So look, understand when you talking to me, right? When I'm talking about that party switch, I'm gonna bring up the Lily White movement, right? A movement of Republicans to push black successful politicians out of the party, right? So I'm willing to